Hello, this is Killian reporting to you on who I think the AFC and NFC champions will be. You have the Chiefs versus Bills, then the Eagles versus Commanders. The Eagles versus Commanders would be the first game on that Sunday at about 3:30 ET. So 2:30 is when live coverage is starting. I feel like this is one of those games. It's gonna be hard to tell who the outcome of this game, this team will be, because these both teams are very good teams, and honestly, it's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna come down to who has the best coach, who has the best players, and who can win the turnover game, who can strive under pressure. Now, we've seen it this year with Jalen Hurts and having that pressure. He ain't the best with pressure. We know this due to when he had that Super Bowl where he had to throw the game-winning Hail Mary or whatnot. We know when it comes to pressure, Jalen Hurts is not good. But when it comes to the Commanders quarterback, I always feel like he strives with pressure. Guys coming right at him, throwing perfect passes versus the Lions, throwing just the most perfect, right where it needs to be dots. And this is the thing. And it's almost impossible to sack the Commanders quarterback. And I'm looking at it versus the Lions game, watching the Commanders. Their defense is killer. Interceptions after interceptions. I think it's going to be a killer game. And then you have the Eagles, obviously. In my opinion, the Eagles have the most experienced locker room this year in the playoffs. They have Jalen Hurts, who's been in it for about 4 years now. AJ, who's been in it 4 or 5 years. Devontae Adams, who's been in it for 3 years almost or whatnot. Then Barkley, he's been in it for 5 or 6 years. Then Lane Johnson, almost 12 or 11 or 12 years. You have these guys that are killer on offense. Defense, we have Darius Slay, who's been with it for a while. Then we have, who else do we have? Not 100%. I know we have killer D-line. But obviously that's going to be a killer game. And really it's hard to say who's going to win this game. In my opinion, the rookie quarterback's going to make a mistake for the Commanders, and the Eagles are going to win that one due to a rookie mistake. You can call me crazy, but I told everybody at my school the Lions were going to lose to the Commanders because this Commanders team, they'll blow you off the walls. They will make you unexpected and do unexpected things, and they did. They did the unexpected. Everybody thought I was crazy for saying it. But then we have again, Jake Elliott missing all his field goals. He's going to have to step up with his game. We cannot be missing that many field goals in one game. And a point and a PAT, a point after touchdown. We need this kicker to step it up. He cannot be missing it. A 25-yard field goal is a PAT. It's not that hard to hit it. Every NFL player every kicker needs to be consistent and have at least 90% on a point after touchdown of making it. If you do not have a 90%, then that means you're doing something wrong and you need to get it together. If you don't have a higher percentage than 90%, you don't deserve to be in the NFL. You're in the NFL, the most professional football that we have. If you're not making 90% of your PATs, then you don't deserve to be in there. And I'm not saying that Jake Elliott isn't a good kicker. He's had an off year this year. And then we look at the Commanders. They've been killer all year. They really have. They've stepped it up. Great coaching. A coach that just came in and gets them to the AFC Championship. This has got to be an amazing feeling for the Commanders after all they've been through in the past, missing the playoffs almost every year when they were the Redskins, and then you have the Washington team, and now the Commanders. Man, it must be a great feeling right now if you're a Commanders fan, knowing that your coach that hasn't been there for very long brings you guys to an AFC championship. An NFC championship. My fault. I got the two slipped. My fault. But then, obviously, I'm gonna say that the Eagles are going to win. Everybody's going to say, you're just an Eagles fan. That's why they're going to win. No. Because to be honest with you, the reason they're going to lose, the Commanders are going to lose this game, is because the rookie quarterback's going to make a game-winning mistake. And it's going to come down to those guys needing the pressure, and he's going to miss it because of the pressure. Now, really what comes down to it is the who plays the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Well, obviously, we have two great killer teams in the AFC Championship. You have the Chiefs and the Bills. Obviously, we know the history with the Bills in the playoffs. Will they miss that field goal? Will they miss a touchdown? Will they miss a pass that's just game-winning pass to get them up to field goal range? We also know that the Chiefs, they've missed plays this year that they needed to make to win games. They've missed due to injuries. I don't think the Chiefs will win this game. They have several positions that need work. And yes, they have DeAndre Hopkins, they have Worthy, but I don't know how well do we trust Worthy in the playoffs. I don't know how well we trust Worthy in the playoffs. You have Travis Kelce. Yes, he's a killer tight end, but he's been so inconsistent this year, you really can't tell. And then you have Isaiah Pacheco, who had that 8 or 9 week injury, and he just popped back in about 4 weeks ago, and now he's live reps again. Then you look at the defense there for the Chiefs. You have Chris Jones. Then you have great defense, really. I don't know much about their defense. I know it's a killer defense. They have a great D-line. Their defense, I mean, it's been iffy on and off all season, you know. It's one of those things that it's like, man, if they practiced really hard, they may have a chance. I don't see the Chiefs winning this one. They have so many injuries with key players that needed to, you know, like Rashid Rice gets injured with that knee injury. Won't be back in until the Super Bowl, or if the Super Bowl. That's I don't think he will be. They're saying he might be able to come back and return. I highly doubt it. And if he will, I don't think he'll play in the Super Bowl. Because he's just popping into the Super Bowl. I don't think they'll play him. I don't think they'll play Rashid Rice. I think they'll keep the team the way it is. But then you have Noah Gray stepping up. What a stud in the tight end position when he's stepping up to one of the greatest tight ends to do it in the sport. Greatest franchise tight end with the Chiefs. Now, we gotta look at it though for the Bills. We know how they are in the playoffs. They always manage something. It's like the regular season is their Super Bowl. The regular season is their Super Bowl. But when it comes to the playoffs, it's the regular season. They make mistakes. And then you look at it from the Eagles' position. I say the Eagles are also kind of make a lot of mistakes when it matters the most. But, yeah, I think it will be a Bills versus Eagles Super Bowl. I will update you with the Super Bowl information and whatnot and who I think will win that when we come back and see who's playing in the Super Bowl.